Alright. Hey, how it's going? I was just starting the stream, give me a second. Hello, Steve Soldier. Hello, Rex. Welcome. And hello, Point Hulu. Welcome, Steel Raid. I was thinking about a joke like, do you still raid? I should have thought it better, maybe. Hello, everyone. So, we have another stream of Critipedia. Again, what is Critipedia? It's a stream where, okay, I should prepare some text because I'm saying the exact same thing every time. Still, I play RPG Maker game, giving feedback. Not only feedback, more like talking about game development, because I love to talk about game development. And of course, I'm noting down every critique I give about the game. Of course, those critiques came from me, so they may be subjective, but I will try to explain in my line of reasoning. So, today's game is At Last Alone Risen. This game is not on itch.io, it's on the other side Game Jolt, which I completely forgot about. Honestly, is Game Jolt still relevant? Because I never... I published a bunch of game on Game Jolt, but they never done well. So I tried even to post something, but it didn't get... Well, maybe some... To be fair, maybe some results there are. Huh. 2 likes, 5 likes, 11 likes, 4 likes. You know what? Maybe I should try again, but... better than Twitter, to be fair. To be fair, it's doing better than Twitter. Okay. Anyway, let's see our game. I think it's mostly popular for FNAF fan games, especially FNAF. Though 5 likes, an average of 3-4 likes is pretty good, to be fair. Maybe I should try at least posting even there the same stuff I post on Twitter. Or even the shorts I make for TikTok. I don't know. I should try. Ah, I see. We have a SUS RPG Maker VX game. My antivirus won't like that. It's fine, it's fine. That I always suggest in RPG Maker VX games, when you deploy it, you unzip it and zip it again. So it doesn't look like a malicious executable. Because the last thing you want for users is to download an unverified .exe file. Nobody wants their users to open an untrusted file. They want to play your game. If they don't trust enough, they won't play your game. Also Undertale. Well, still fun games, I suppose. Still 3 likes. Excited for you to try my game next week. I'm not spoiling anything about the games, so to be fair, I can't get excited since I don't know much. For the games, I mostly want to... I wonder, maybe it's not the right approach, but I like to play the games blind. So I don't see what the game is about. I just let the game reveal it for me. Which in a way it's sort of magical, right? You dive into a game and you don't know what to expect. I love this feeling. Though, to be fair, for judging a game should be better to read what the game is about and then play it. Though I can't deprive myself of this feeling. So, I will go with this anyway. So, also I'm still suspended on TikTok for the other stream I made. Oops. There was that how it's called? Well, there was that game which had enemies which showed a little too much in a fear and anger sort of way. Not that much even, but I suppose it wasn't enough. Or it was enough, yeah. Okay. I need to set up everything, give me a sec. I should put a cool background here. A cool transition, even. Huh. I like the idea, you know. Also, since it's a VX game, we can also have our avatars on the side. Would be cooler, like, to have the avatars in the RPG Maker game, but doesn't sound super easy to make. So. Is the game? No, not streaming avatars. It doesn't find the game. Give me a sec. Oh, okay, nice, we have it. Okay, here we are. Here we are on At Least Alone, Ryzen. The audio seems fine. So, as a title screen, unfortunately I feel like it's not saying anything to me. Like, I still don't know what the game is about. I feel like title screens should... well, I don't know. The title screen are the starting, the landing, the starting point of an adventure, right? I don't think the title screen needs to have anything, so it's not a problem. Though I feel like the title screen maybe should maybe hype the player a little. The title screen is mostly a functional thing, right? New game, continue, quit, but why not use the chance, since you have it, to hype the player a little? Though I understand that having a title screen is not easy because needs art, and who has art in this economy, right? That's why I see very often, making a event title screen. For example, having a title screen made in a map. To be fair, I literally made it for my other game, and I want to do it on the next game I'm about to publish on itch.io. Wait. Let me open it. It's not supposed to sound like a self-plug, because, like, it's my stream, but, for example, this is the title screen I made for my game. And you can see it's not a title screen, I don't have the art for it. Though I can make it, I made it functional and simple. You can see it's simple. It's the title screen with some effects of a plugin, of map rotating, character size changing. And I made it with simply a map and a plugin. And of course, I had to make the title screen. The title here was the hardest part to make because I don't know design. I was pretty awful with that. But if you don't have an idea for the title screen, I would highly suggest a map title screen like this one. You can make it with so little. I think I also did it with Dojat now. Oh wait, it's not showing. It's not showing, I'm sorry. Here, that's what I said. The title screen only shows a map. And I made this with so little. A map and plugins to slightly rotate and tilt the map, which is, well, a complex, it's a peculiar plugin. The hardest part was to make the title going up and forth. That's why I would suggest using a map title screen if you really don't have a picture to show us the title screen. Which I also, as I said, made with... what do you want? Here. And well, here it is. After this we will start playing, don't worry. Here we have instead a title screen that... okay, I need to fix some plugins, but this is the thing. This is the title screen. And you can see you move to... The screen also should stay still. There's a lot of bugs, okay? But this is also a title screen in the menu. With some issues. Okay. We can go back on the game. I'm back. I needed to go to the bathroom. Okay, don't worry. Thanks for the raid. I'm not forcing anyone to stay here after the raid. But I appreciate it. I was so confused. I'm sorry. I should really be more wary. Okay, should we start? Let's go. We got a ship. I like the intro here. Well, we only had the first 2 seconds. But definitely starts in the middle of action. And... oh god, we have a overpowered grandma. Sorry, what was I saying? I like the introduction, the first seconds, because definitely starts with a slow introduction in the game world. With introduction, I mean some seconds without talking. That's how I like one intro. We have a 4 seconds to understand the context. We understand, okay, we are on the ship and it's night. Okay, and only after a bunch of seconds, a dialogue starts. That's a smooth introduction for the player in the scene, so that's a good thing. Also, again, we have badass grandma over there. Wow! She's armored. I saw an interesting RPG Maker game that had a weight mechanic in combat. And several actions at different weight cost. What do you mean weight costs? Like you need to charge more the attack to make it, maybe? Or it's another thing? She looks like she turned a toilet into a chest plate. Not a toilet, come on, but maybe a medical equipment because she's old could fit there. Would be a badass design. Though this one is badass as well. But imagine a grandma that fights with a medical device as armor. That's right, a prion outbreak. Is it a noun, the prion? I thought prion outbreaks had been eradicated years ago. Hey, I saw this one, wait. I saw this one, right? Was it in the other game that we played from the same developer? Or maybe also I was considering using this portrait in one of my old games. At the end I didn't though. Also reminds me a little of one of my characters now. They have on the mainland, but they still happen in some of the outlying islands. True. Typically from the poor preparation of hemp and nork meat. And wyverns. Yeah, and wyverns. Enough, nerds! So, General, prions or no prions? What are the orders? Okay, there are... let me make a obvious statement, but there are too many characters now, which is not a problem for now, but might become if they start talking all together. This could work up until now if those characters don't talk more in this scene and we start to get to know them better later. But if we have already 6 characters, 7, maybe it's starting to be a little too much. A simple attack in the game would cost 3 weight. Ah, okay, so it's like... so like Final Fantasy VII Remake, maybe? Where there is a ATB bar you can... Ah, it was also in Final Fantasy XIII, right? There is a ATB bar, and you can use segments of the ATB bar to do weaker or stronger attacks, right? An enemy that has an attack ability that has 7 weight cost would take 7 weight points before they attack. Okay, yes, an attack... Those are on the opposite, right? You need to wait. You need to wait to attack. Though in a way, it reminds me of the a TB bar with multiple segments. MC Dev, oh, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you there. How it's going? You just don't have enough autism to appreciate the database aspect of too many characters. Well, I still remember that game where there are like 100 characters. It was called something like I have awful stats, but I have the class leader, so I recruited every person I know to fight the Demon Lord. Ah, what a gem of a game. And all the characters end up dying, so we don't have to care about them anymore. Well, I think this part would work if they die now in the Tempest or whatever. In my opinion, I think would be very hard to implement something else where they talk all together and we try to understand them. Introducing all the characters all at once is hard. And this is hard to spot for developers because they know every character. They don't need to introduce the characters to themselves. But the players don't know them. It's the first time they know them. Though, a thing that helps is the visual impact. For example, I barely remember the other characters, but I remember her, the granny, the Chad granny, because she has a fuck-ass armor. Look at her. So, if you put too many characters, I think they should be at least very distinct. And they are in a way, but I mean distinct in this way, where they are a granny with an armor. Come on, that's what I mean. The Grandma becomes the main character. I kinda want to play with Grandma, you know. We were expecting the leaders of Ivy Cove to meet us here in the dock. But as you can see, the dock is abandoned. In fact, the only signs of life are the remains of the annual festival. It was during the festival that we received the first reports of the prion outbreak. At this point, the dock has been overrun by various forest creatures. Huh, they don't sound too scary, better than Orc Army or Flight of Dragons. True, the ones here at the dock are more of a nuisance. Really? For a shatter team. Okay, so they introduce now the term of the other thing and the shatter team. I don't get it, but many people like to introduce a lot of random terms of their world building in the intro scene, which can work, will work, but if they are like functional towards creating the atmosphere, not the atmosphere, more like setting up the expectation of the player. Because you got to see the function that not mentioning what the word means makes. For example, here, not saying what a shatter team is. What function? I suppose the function that it does not mentioning what a shatter team is not having to say it outright what a shatter team is. We suppose this is the shatter team, but it says a shatter team. Which means, even if we might know this is a shatter team, we don't know what the hell a shatter team is supposed to be. So the question becomes, is not explaining what a shatter team is do something for the player? Does it create mystery? Not really. Does it create world building? Well, seems important for the world building, but doesn't create any basis. A good example I would make is if a character... It was the other game of the developer, if I remember right. They introduced the Canyon at the start of the game, which had an eerie name on that. And apart from not being explained for a long time what a canyon is, or not being explained at all, but not explaining what a word means, in my opinion, should be used towards towards for a reason, to give the player at least a grasp of what mystery can the game offer. Again, for example, if the character said, "Oh yes, because there is the third entity on the island," and a player would be, "What is a third entity? I don't know, but I'm intrigued." Here, not knowing what the Shatter Team is, even if it sounds cool, I don't think does much for me. She turns into Dark Knight, trying to avenge every character on ship, ends up discovering the Holy Relic of Alleluia, Alleluia, I like the name, and vanquishing the Dark Kraken, Ouroboros. Okay, there's a lot of things going on, but I love it. Okay, let's see. The med team in Ivy Code is a key priority. You need to clear the dock and create a space for our medical team to set up. Sounds like enough. Then, you need to journey into the interior and get the village down to the medical team. With the outbreak, I wouldn't be surprised if the defense hunter are laid up. I would expect forest creatures at every turn. Kill creatures and find people. Can do. I'm glad you're eager to get started. Those people need our help, and the prion antibodies we have should be able to do the trick. Okay, yes. After some dialogues, we understand that prion is a illness. So, in a way, I like how the developer tries to explain what something is without explaining it. That's smart. Though I'm not sure if there should be two of them at the same time, right? Okay, to be fair, prion is more important than the Team Shatter, right? And they did not explain what Team Shatter is. I think the game should... don't get me wrong, it's a good way to introduce what the prion is without explaining, but... having too many incognitas at the start, it can get a little confusing for the player. We still don't know what the Team Shatter is. We didn't know what prion was prior to this dialogue. We could have guessed, though. I would limit maybe one mysterious term for scene or something. Especially not at the start. Well, at the start, yes. But not too right at the start, I feel like. Unless they're both very important. Oh, we got Zoro and Fortuna Street. Hello. That's Kjold, but she's old. Wait, who was Kjold? No, this grandma is pretty sick. Let's see. Which plush can we show today? Huh. Well, I think I can show this one after a long time. We got... what was she called? Leia, right? Leia. Isn't she adorable? Like, she's from Crosscode. And, I did not continue the game. Wait. Huh? It says only 4,000 made? Is this limited edition? I got a limited edition waifu plush? Oh, that's sick. That's sick. To be fair, she's not the waifu of the game, but it, being an indie game, I'm very surprised there's even a plush of it. I want a lot of plushes for my games. I want, if my games sell, I'm starting to get plushes. I'm making plushes. I cannot live without plushes. A plush of Rhea. Oh yes, a plush of Leven, of the hero, of the goddess of death. A lot of those. One of Fadzei, of course. They found a cure for prions in the universe. Great. Yeah, at least... wait, no, it's a vax... It's antibodies, not a cure, maybe? Or maybe it's the same thing, I honestly don't know. She looks like an older version of Annie from Attack on Titan. I only watched the first season and in a film, so I don't know. And neither remember. Limited waifu, not for a sale. No, of course, I'm keeping that, You don't give out your waifus, you know. Never. It's the rule. Capitan Strelly, you'll be leading our clear out. I'll be coming with, but consider me just another member of the team. Okay. The game is starting to introduce characters. Finger crossed, because I'm worried we might not be able to remember all of them, since that's also the problem of too many characters. Remembering their names. Yes, ma'am. Get prepped and talk to me when you want to disembark. Also, Strelly is not an easy name, so I think the game should repeat it multiple times for me to remember, right? Or doesn't even Cal? Isn't that a different name? Let's see, what do we have? As well, oh, we are pretty stacked. We're level 20, wow. She said she took something, but what did it took? What was it? Some of those, or maybe all of them? The anti-prison serum seems to be in good shape. Okay, let's go. Wait, no! I saved in the autosave! Is it even possible? Okay, I suppose it's only a thing in RPG Maker and VMZ. This is a script for the autosave, but it didn't disable the possibility to save on it. Just to be sure, I'm saving in another slot. Sorry, it was all of a sudden. It really happens I can save on an autosave. She took our expectations. No, come on. There's still space for expectations. Let's go. I hope I don't have to remember every other party member name. Oh, yes, I'm loving this. We have a different perspective now. Tim, think tactically and let's clear out those creatures. Q on you to use your gamepad bumpers. But I don't have bumpers. Rotate maps. We got Artesio time. Monsters will hide behind houses and cliffs. Ah, wait, Tim. Ah, I see. Ah, we cannot explore, we just fight. This is like Final Fantasy Tactics, or Pinnacle, even both of them. Let's see how it works. I don't like you cannot choose the order of placing your characters, right? Okay, you can, never mind, you can. You can with Q and W. I would suggest though, like a button, an icon to say Q and V, change party member. Also, there's too many. We definitely cannot put all of them. Also, I'm confused because look at this. We got Guardian, Direwolf, Woodsman. I press Q to go back. We return to the Guardian. What does the... I'm confused. They don't scroll uniformly. Like, they don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. They go 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you go back, it's not 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 3, 1, 7 or what, something. We put Cal, of course. The audio is a little loud. Okay. They still even use something. Oh yeah, why didn't I see her? We put the Guardian. The Granny, of course. Oh, wait. We did not put this one. I think there's some bug on the placement. Like, there is a Direwolf if we put it here. Ah, never mind. This time it works. Shatter again. And we put the Ranger. Ah, wait, it's the same. Brigand, it's the same. We put Woodsman. We are there. But emerge, haunt emerge. Hiya! No. What? I was trying to make a Silk Song joke, but I don't remember what Silk Song, what Hornet says. Spider emerged. Scorpion and jellyfish. But bites. That's a lot of damage. Boom! Oh yes, let's make them explode. Maybe I'm exploding now. Good dodge. Good animation of poison, but too bad we are not. Why did they start? Did they get the first action? Good dodge. And the Scorpion. To be fair, this is supposed to be the tutorial, right? I suppose if you... Since I played some tactical RPGs, not even a lot, but I know what I'm supposed to do, right? But I think there should be at least a prompt to ask the player if they want a tutorial. Because definitely some players may be overwhelmed by it. And especially for the tutorial, I think it's a little too much. I would have limited the tutorial with much less characters. Attack on the butt. Ah, that's the direction of Final Fantasy Tactics. With special? Ah, we don't have anything. Psych up. And move stance. With items. We can we attack and move? Let's see. That's a good damage, and we can move. Good to know. So, first let me attack. What do you have? Ah, therapy dog! Therapy dog! Oh! And play bark. That was a good boy. Resist team attack? Oh, only a teammate attack maybe. Scary bark. Wait. The description. There's a bug. When I go back, there's no description anymore. Well, I will still attack. That's 2000 damage of critical, wow. This wolf is incredible. Okay, I want to make another observation. This dialogue box is totally unnecessary, right? Well, not really unnecessary, but could be removed with coding. Let me explain. This is a confirm window if we want to move there. Though may make the game feel a little clunky, right? Because don't get me wrong, this works, but to make a user experience more fluid, less clunky, I would say again, would be to, instead of having this one, directly have this screen instead, without asking for confirmation. And only then, the player can press the undo button to return back to the before the movement. Unless they trigger the trap or something happen, I don't know. Because having to press confirm every movement, every attack, becomes repetitive in the long run, especially because you, like 99% of the time, you always say, yes, I confirm the movement, yes, I confirm the attack. That's why it feels weird to me. Okay, let's get rid of those. Healing stab? You stab someone and you heal them? Wow. Wait, you can stab like... Ah, I thought you could attack two people at once. There's the guy, the brigand. What do you have? White Swing or Wild Rush? Why, let's try the Wild Rush. Slightly more damage, yeah. Wait, this is a archer. He didn't even need to move, okay. Let's aura farm out there. And he's poisoned, of course. They are looking for him, maybe because he's the archer. And they definitely want to attack from the back. But we're fine. Our tutorial. I hope you played Fire Emblem. But to be fair, the tutorial doesn't look hard at all. We are on par on party members, but we clearly do more damage. And we are maybe more organized? Maybe? Not really though, they still do decent damage. What can we do? We still have no mana. Attack. On the back. Oh, come on! I was attacking from the back. you go here. Aha! We can blind this one. Oh, he's dead. A little late to use a skill to blind enemies, though. Ah, now the critical. I think the criticals maybe are a little too overpowered, because they do like 3.5 times more damage, right? That was the default in RPG Maker, if I remember right. So I feel like... well, that's a personal thing about critical attacks, though. Because usually they help you too much. But that's the point, right? A random surprise of help. Definitely nice. There's enemy here, right? Oh, I didn't mean to click! Okay, that's where I need the undo button. Then let's go here. No, let's surround the scorpion. Also, I noticed there's a small bug where if you press undo, the cam does not move. The camera does not move. So the camera jumps back on the character when you reselect it again. Nothing big though. Oh wait, he was almost dead. Oh well. Can I move here with the archer? Woo! Oh yes, still in range. The archer is pretty strong. I can attack anywhere. And does good damage. Does this game even have the bonus of attacking in the back? I don't know. Unfortunately, the game did not explain anything. The game just threw me in the battle, and there was the explanation. In a way, I suppose it's... in a way, I can appreciate that there aren't too many explanations. Otherwise, to explain everything it would take too much time. But on the other side, I don't really know how to manage the strategy here. For now, it's just move and attack. No, other one. Oh, triple bite! Or we can go with ankle bite. We don't know what it does. Lower agility, I suppose, makes you move less. This guy seems to run away. Though we don't know what dexterity is for. If it's for moving or having the turn faster. We are now rushing the spider. Please die. Yes, okay. We win! Is everyone alright? Yep, a little knocked around, but doing okay. The creatures were fascinating. What an amazing ecosystem. I would not want to live in this ecosystem, especially with the spiders. I'm not arachnophobic, but... when it's too much, okay? I think I'd rather fight things with eyes, frankly. I'll head back to the ship and organize the medical team. Now that we secured the area, I can go get the group ashore. Good idea. Gary, George, and I will search the dock for any clues. Brill and John, you two head up ahead and see if you can find anyone in the village. Okay, I hope the game does not expect us to know the games already of the characters, because I definitely never memorized them, or they were never mentioned to begin with. Maybe in battle, but to be fair, I don't read the name of the character. I'm based on the sprite, right? So I really hope the game is not expecting us to remember the names already, because I don't know who Brill is, who John is. Oh yeah, Captain. You're an insufferable nerd. I'm part of my charm. Come on, let's go. You cannot say it's part of my charm. Other people say it for you, not you. When we are done, we'll head up to the path of the north and meet you. Can we move? Oh yes, we move! Ah, we got automatic movement. And we can rotate! Oh, it's Artesio time! Oh, I love this. Oh, hello? Why can't we jump here? We can enter houses? Oh, that's cool. Empty basket. I think it used to have a crab in it. Why crab? Food is spoiled. I don't think there's anything. There was a crab. Carl, don't you play a little? I do, but I think we should look around instead. It's like everyone left in a hurry. Ah, it's the other side. Okay, it makes sense, makes sense. So there is this mystery of why everyone disappeared in a hurry. I think that's a good mystery to have. Though, as a personal opinion, of course, I think the game should focus more on that. So the player can really feel there is a mystery here. Well, there is a mystery, don't get me wrong. But would be a good choice to bank more on mysteries. Players love them. I also love exploring here. I like the small jump they do. An ecosystem where humans are not around the lower ranks of the food chain is not one I want to be a part of. Yeah, definitely never go to Australia, okay? Never, remember, never. Titanium closed helm. Ah, nice, for someone. It's better? Made of hard element. And it's uncommon because the element is hard to find. Get it? Hard. I'm sorry. I like the exploration here though. I also like the eerie theme inside. Oh yeah. No, please, let's not explode, please. We should be fine. Okay, I'm talking a little meta here, but I like the eerie vibe that the interior of the houses have, though I don't feel in danger, because I know the battles go in the isometric battle system, right? So in the interior I know there should not be battles. So I feel a little safe. Antibodies. Okay, for aliments. This bot? Wait, this battle is sus. It's an event. It's moving. That battle moved. Because it was an event. Anything else? I think we're fine. Can we leave? No. We have the other exit. Can I go up there? Come on, some parkour. Yes! I'm the king of the hill! And now let's go back. I really like being able to see the map from different points of view. Ready to head up to the village? Yeah. Wait, let me save. Okay, another battle. The medical team is unloading now and setting up on the dock. Did you find anyone in the area? No, ma'am. It's almost like everyone disappeared all at once. Yeah, it was pretty eerie. Perhaps Lieutenant Rowley and Glon have better news. Here they come. Trust me on this, you have to go. It's worth every coin, if even just for the story. Regardless, be sure to smell your hands afterwards. What did you two made? What were you doing? One of you, can you please shut this guy up? He's been talking the whole time. Did you scout the village? Yeah, I'm afraid the same as the dog though. Not a soul in sight, but a dozen or so critters that have crawled out of the woods to roam the paths. They're amazingly active, and different from what I was expecting. They must be nocturnal. I'm sorry, John, but we're going to have to take out your new friend. Sounds like the villagers have sheltered in their cabins. Without us clearing out the town, they can't get down to the dock for medical attention. Agreed. Finding the villagers and getting them safely to the dock is our primary objective. Let's get to face punching. Woof! Okay, so we got another battle. I believe we get another battle. Team, think tactically and let's clear out those creatures. Okay, battle time. I'm a little concerned about the piecing of the game. No more like not piecing, more like the story piecing. Or overall, the piecing of the battles seems a little off to me. I'm not saying there should be more story. More like... Let me think about it. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I don't know, there's something off, but I can't really point it out. Though I can say how I feel. I feel like... there's not enough... I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. There's not enough motivation out of battles, or... I think the game may miss here the fuel to move it forward. There is a plot, but for now the plot is just this island got infested by a illness. That's it. We don't have any motivation to push forward the story because we don't know the characters. We didn't see any... we saw small glimpses of characters. Characteristics. Personalities. So that unfortunately is not enough to make the player push forward. Because we do not care about the characters. We barely saw anything of them. And the battles are pretty basic as for now. Well, call it a strategy type of game. Basic is an understatement, but for now the battles are just move to the enemy and attack. There are some skills, but I don't think I even need to use them. Let me do this battle and let's see. There are some characters that play a role, but overall they still all do damage. So I don't think it matters much. Also, the enemies feel like similar, except the spider, which was a little more elusive, which runs away. Let's go, Wolf. We are rushing in this. Oh, we can go here. Can we do double bite? No. Good critical. And the granny will go here. For now, even if having a tactical RPGs is cool, I don't see much difference from here and the default battle system where you spam the basic attack. Or just a difference from this one and the basic battle system. Because... I forgot he's an archer. Because here it's similar. You select a character, basic attack, you kill the enemy. Spam basic attack and you win. Here there's something extra over the basic attack, because there's also the positioning, but... No, not even positioning, there's just movement. There is just movement. Instead of attack, it's move, attack, move, attack, move, attack. There's not much difference, to be fair. There could have been difference if there is some... out of range. Ooh, ouch. Well, you're blinded, stay here. We can use this one. What I'm saying is... there is nothing... for now I don't see any depth in the battle system. For now it's just move, attack, move, attack. I don't even know if there is important... it's relevant if I move behind the enemy or not. But at the end it's just damage. Even if it was... there's not much here in the battle system I can see. So unfortunately for now, the battle seems just move around and attack, unfortunately. The characters... I forgot the archer again. The characters may have special differences, like the archer. But again, if I can just basic attack and it's enough to win, I don't think it's relevant. I'm really sorry for the developer though, because I can see this game is made with a lot of attention to detail. I can see the developer, like, it's something we should appreciate more. Especially now that we are full with AI. A developer that takes their time, looks online for free resources, and insert them into their game because they cannot afford to pay an artist. Nowadays, people just take AI art and put it in their game. Because, and with excuse, I cannot afford an artist, I'm just using AI art as a placeholder. No! On my days, yeah, at the risk of sounding old, in my days, you took placeholder art online, or even final art online, if you can't afford an artist. I forgot again, he's an archer. So, the developer really put a lot of attention here towards the game. He chose the characters, he also made the mood for the game, he created a story, a world building for it. So I feel like the problem is the developer, more like the developer followed their vision without considering the player. Especially noted by the fact that the game never bothers to introduce the characters properly. We just have names of characters like Brill here in battle, and in cutscenes we won't get introduced to them. And meanwhile, for the battle system, I don't know here what the vision was. Honestly, I don't know what the vision was for the battle system. Maybe the developer was having fun using skills, but didn't realize you can just win with basic attacks, and so there is no depth in the game left. You don't need to rely on AI. It's just lazy. You can go on itch.io and get a bunch of different asset packs for free. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For one of my old game, I looked for a website and I found an awesome one, which it's the same one this game is using, that had a lot of portraits for the characters, even expressions. You can see here the characters change expression because that website also offers portraits with expressions, and I had a lot of fun opening Photoshop to put the expression of every character face, and that made my characters very expressive, which you could not make with AI. Again, the excuse of I cannot afford an artist doesn't stand. The excuse is I just won't use AI because I'm lazy. I think it's laziness, yeah. Definitely it's not because you don't have the money. Because if you really love your game, you would... I don't think it's about love, though. But if you really love your game, you would not take the best shortcut, right? At least on such an important team as this one. Because, personally, I don't mind too much the how it's called, the ecological issues of the AI or the stealing of AI. I'm more bothered about AI is cringe. It shows you're cheap. The problem of using AI for me is not because like it steals artist job or it's using water, allegedly. But because, like, if you use it, you're lazy. AI should not be used for this thing. AI should not be used for something creative, because drawing is part of the creation. So on that thing alone, using AI for art is wrong. So that's why I appreciate who, like, the developer of this game takes and finds their art on their own, because also it's a Japanese website, so it's not even easy to find. I think it's fine for smaller, less serious projects. Honestly, I don't know. Because, again, even for... Well, if you make it for your own, I think it's fine. If you make it a small project and you still want to publish it, honestly, I don't know there. Because... Okay, so it's not anymore the placeholder thing, right? It's another step. Using for a small project. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know in that part. Though personally, I would still be against it, even also because it never really matches the art style, the AI. And also, it kinda... you can kinda guess that something is AI, so... I suppose it can ruin the immersion. Though I think my major point is it has a different art style and it's impossible to match with the game itself. There could be exceptions, I suppose, but... I suppose maybe the starting point is... Let me take this from a different perspective. Instead of saying that it's okay to use it on small project, which on their own I think the sentence would make sense, because it doesn't not the problem of being a commercial game or a project made for with big expectations, but I would see it from a different perspective. Like, if you make a small game, then you don't really have the luxury to think things in big, to make big things. Like, if I want to make a small project, I'm not making an MMORPG with crafting mechanics. I need to manage what I can do. And managing what you can do, for me, is the major reason why I like a lot what I become. Because with the limitations of RPG Maker, I found a lot of ideas that I loved. If I started right away with Unity, and I had the freedom to make 3D games, platform games or whatever, maybe I would have took a different path. With RPG Maker, I started thinking in RPG Maker, I started thinking with limitations, which in a way doesn't sound right, but on the other side, I can focus my thoughts on what I know I can make. I'm not fantasizing about open worlds 3D shooters, but I think I fantasize in games I could make with RPG Maker, and I know what I can make with RPG Maker. So by working within your limits, you understand better what works and what doesn't. The same here. If you work with your limits of what you can use with an art style in your game, could it be that maybe you understand better the process of no, this is kind of a stretch. This is kind of a stretch, huh? No, I don't think it works in the same argument. Hello, Wind Raider! Welcome to the stream! What magic are you making today, Waldorf? We were talking about AI. even if there is no AI in the game. We were actually complimenting the game for not using AI, which is not a given at this day and age. I suppose then that's not a reason, though I can't really pinpoint what. I would say then there's not a problem on its own to use AI on small projects, but I'm still against it because mostly on like why am I against it? Like, I have a guttural feeling. How do I explain it? Well, first of all, logically speaking, I would still be against it because if you use AI in your game, even if it's small, people already will label you as one that uses AI. So you never want this in this time and age. Never. And second, since it's a small project, it doesn't need to have cool art portraits, right? I mean, that was the right the different perspective I should have said before. If you make a small project, why do you need AI? Can't you just use asset you find online? And if it's a small project that that is more important, then why are you using AI again? I don't really see a scenario where using AI is optimal in any sense. I suppose, again, yes, for small projects, to make the art right away could work, but again, being a small project, you can afford to take the basic RTPs, or even look online for a port. I don't think it's hard to find free resources online, so that has to be one of the solutions. I'm sorry I should say this, but I love AI making things easier. And I hate AI that it makes me think less. Help with ideas. Well, I think AI that helps things is a positive thing. I also use AI instead of Google sometimes if I don't remember how a function works, like which is the function to sort items in an array. I always forget. It's sort or it has a different name. There are many stuff. But I will never ask AI to code for me, because even if my boss at work says I should use AI to code, I am categorically against it, because when you make the code, you know what you made. When AI makes a code, you don't know what it made. So if you later need to improve the code, you know what you did. If AI makes the code for you, you don't know what the AI did. And so you take even more time to understand what the code does. Of course, it doesn't apply on art, but in a way, with art it's a different discussion, I suppose. Mostly because for the creative system, right? Like already having the setup. Already having the setup. I don't. Honestly, to be fair, definitely tracing over AI could make good results, but I think part of what makes art alive is making the composition yourself. Just placing an arm over a spot over than the other, or maybe even the poses. I suppose the AI also makes the poses for you. May not feel natural, may not feel alive, because people know what alive is. Though of course some people don't know well how to draw hands, for example. Do you know what I haven't tried yet? When I'm struggling to figure out how a hand looks at a certain angle by drawing, ask AI to draw how the hand should look. You should using AI for micro tasks like adjustments and short answers, not big things. Yeah, that's what I think about. For big things, it really gets rid of the creative process. You review the code it made. You can, but I think it's better doing it yourself, because at the end, if you understand what the code does, you can just do it yourself. And if you don't know how to make the code that the AI did, then maybe you should learn to make it. Programming should be fun, and by challenging yourself, you get better on programming. It's not even the thing of if you ask AI to do anything, you want to think for yourself. It's another thing. If you ask AI to do the hardest parts, you don't improve, you don't challenge yourself, and most of all, you don't have fun on doing it. When I makes the code, it has no idea what it did later. Well, that's a similitude, I suppose. I used to get pose ideas. For the pose ideas, though, I think I also look for pose ideas. I need to look for pose ideas for my games like Respawn Banter, but for that, I usually... Where is it? Here. I always look online for that, to be fair. I have... should be this one? Yeah, I look online to look for poses. Here. Reference poses. I look online because to be fair, I'm strongly against... you made me think with your statement of poses. I would strongly suggest against having AI make poses, because personally for me, I really want my games to have a unique touch to them. So, asking AI, the literal definition of generalizing and having the average cannot make me unique poses or expressions. If I look online for references, this is much better. AI would never make you something like this, right? Or something like this. Reference like those are what makes it unique. The reference like those can make a character feel more alive or not. In fast-paced development world, product doesn't care for the thing you're building to be perfect, just needs to work. But this is the development world that wants to make money. I don't want to make money. I want to make dreams. And you can't half-ass dreams. You make dream with love and affection and waifus, of course. Yeah, we're gonna come to your waifu Russian roulette, don't worry. Over a long time, this will become a problem as AI slot builds, but short term it's a great solution. Well, could be a good... I'm not denying AI can be useful, but not for everything. Or it's important to understand what we could use AI for, and what we should not use AI for. Do we like enough the result of what AI gives us to use it? Do we want this to be used in our game? Does it... Would the people understand if they knew this was made with AI? Something like that. Pinnacle is the epitome of it works, but at least all the code is mine. Yeah. Because... I don't know if AI can make all the code for that, but definitely I think not. Because AI definitely cannot make an entire battle system. It can make a basic working battle system, but after a while it... I never tried the recent models, but I believe sooner or later it will stop understanding how stuff works. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it could on those days. Honestly, I don't know. Though, I believe that by coding yourself, if learning coding is not important, since AI could theoretically make it for you, coding is still important to understand what you can do with code. So you cannot even ask AI to do something for you if you don't even know what you should do. Is it a stretch? I think it's a stretch, this one though. And I say it as someone who loves AI to shitpost and do random works. Wait, shitpost is fine. Just, to be fair though... Even shitpost is an art though. I feel like I would prefer still photoshops or edits as shitpost instead of just an AI generated shitpost. Like you can just take the image of a fish, put it on an old man, and you say Blobert, instead of just generate on AI all the fish. Are your dreams not about money? Are about waifus. My dream is I make a game, becomes famous, and people draw my waifus with big booba. I mean with beautiful smiles because I want to see them happy. Sorry, that's what I meant. I misspelled beautiful smiles. My bad, I'm sorry. I generated waifus. No. I generated waifus are the worst. They have no expression, no life. Keep coming. For what? Sorry, I said something wrong. A lapsus could happen to anyone, come on. Paint memes have way more charm than AI-generated memes. Yeah, I think it... Paint, though, it's hand-drawn. I don't think I saw many of those. Though I mean more like... games... no, I mean more like memes that Photoshop one thing on top of the other, but... I don't think I see many around. We will forever have this on record now. It's fine. Spread the word. Draw more of my characters. If that's what is what it takes. So yeah, honestly, I'm not saying I don't want money because I need money to pay for my other games, but like, even now I'm not even spending money for many stuff apart from commissioning artists. If I want to get money from games, it's only because I want to use them again to make more games. And it's not because I will make more money, but it's because I love to see people play my games. I love to see people talk about my games. You know how many times I looked on Google Invalidate to see if someone else played my game? Do you know that my code is currently checking every 10 minutes on Twitch if someone is streaming my game? Like, what is it? Look at this. Look at this. I have a bot that pings me whenever someone plays my games. Because I just love to see someone play my games. I'm this obsessed with my own games. And my waifus, of course. But that's another thing. So, that's why I make games. I want to see other people play them. See other people have fun with them, enjoy them. Which one? The goddess banter? Wait. What was the question referred to? Sorry, I lost the context. Every time someone plays Waldorf games, he nuts. Wait, not really, but kinda close. No, not nuts, but I'm trembling. I'm there. Oh, you play my game. I hope they like it. Which one? Maybe you refer to the character I want to see drawn, but I personally like a lot the goddess of death of Respawn Banter, but it's not yet revealed publicly. Though I love that character. Oh no, we got the clip. Delete, delete. Which of your games do you get pinged about, I mean? Probably all the ones I made, not just the God's Banter. To be fair, not a lot of them. There is Megami Maju, which also made awesome fan arts for my games, which played a bunch of my games. Respawn Banter, Something is Wrong with My World Map, That's My Oxplay Keeper, and Uninvalidate Your Raid. And it never happened except for there was a very small streamer that played with friends and for viewers that played 2 of my games. But apart from that, it never really happened. But I'm keeping this because in future it will happen. I'm sure of it. I just need to have them on Steam and maybe... I need, of course, to spam it to streamers. You know what? I have a huge list of streamers. I'm not showing the names, but... No, not this one, the other one. Wait. Here, I have all those are all the streamers I saved that played a specific game. Like Icarus, since it's it does something similar to Respawn Banter, Stanley Parable, I suppose the humor is fine, RPG Maker Troll Levels, of course, Aries Action, There Is No Game Wrong Dimension, then Trees Hate You even. I'm saving a lot of streamers so I can spam them the game, which on one side it works for marketing, on the other side I just get someone that plays my game and shows them to the viewers. I always read chat when it happens. Yeah, I was about to go into it. My reduced camera. Don't attack me! I was about to go to it! I was just waiting to end whatever we were talking about. Alright. Please give me something normal at least here. Please. Okay. Here we go. Ah, it's Lycity! What the hell is she wearing? The light makes it feel like a celestial dress or something with the stars in it, but those are just particle effects. Isn't she adorable? Look at her, come on. Lycynthia Icewell Fortuna Street. The name! We should go to spelling classes. Okay, since we saw Lycynthia every time, we can see if there is a next one. And... It's her! I was forgetting about her, not really, but I forgot I saved this image. She's, well, it says literally here, Ren Yamashiro from Chain Soldier. The thing I like about her is, look at her face. She looks like a high school student. Like, she looks like sorry, it went out wrong. She looks like the childhood friend of a protagonist, right? If you just take her face, you might expect, okay, she may look like a childhood friend. Though she's not. She's a pretty cold and kinda menacing and evil looking head of well, it's the boss of the good guys, but she doesn't act like a good guy. If what I mean. Though I now watch the second season of the anime, and I love to see that even if she's usually ruthless and menacing, when she gets let's say cursed, she becomes very soft all of a moment. She loses all of her edge. Though I don't notice this one because I like the contrast between her usually normal looking face with her behavior. Waldorf likes her for two reasons. Those are the ties, though. Of course, the ties, nothing else. I like it because she... Oh, come on, that's not what I meant! I mean, like a character from a school anime where she is the protagonist, childhood friend. We need to watch what you say. I don't care. Sure, come at me on Twitter. Insult me on Twitter. I will get more views. Your loss. Your loss. Feel free to cancel me on Twitter. I will get just more views from that. It's not like I have enough followers that they to care on what they think of me. Okay, we saw Yamashiro enough, I feel like. Okay. Should we return to the game? I'm sorry to the developer since we took the break, but I really like to talk about it. Here. And here. Waldorf making more ads money. Yes! Cancel me on Twitter, I will just make more money. Okay, can we return to the game? We're only 1 hour and 20 minutes in. I thought much more. Which game? Come on, we were playing a game. At last alone Rinsen. Though to be fair, there is nothing that is hooking me towards the game to continue, but I will see what happens. I will see if it improves in a way. Is in the game Waldorf Simulator. Look, Fortuna Street. Read the tag of the streaming. It's called RPG Maker, not Waldorf Simulator, which I don't even think it's a thing. Let me see if there's like a Waldorf Simulator category. Well, there is Waldorf Journey, if that counts as a game. I should make Waldorf Journey as the tag in one of the next streams, who knows? The aggression of those animals are something else, even the rats. I think I stepped in some slimes left by that, slime. Now my boat is all sticky. Put complaints? So I think we are all okay. Nothing a few first aid wraps can fix. Good to hear. It looks like the village is split up into 2 sections. Gary, you and I will gather the villages from this section. Quote. List. Quote one of your rifles. Pretty fair. Not quote, no quote on fairy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's only that quote. I know, there has to be more quotes. You just get the first one. No quote on Usbandos, I'm sorry. Only waifus. I'm only waifus. Nice try. General Brill and John, you 3 search the other side of the village. From the top we figure out the best way to get the villagers to safety. Excellent, we'll circle through the other section and meet you in a little bit. Superb idea, I don't think that the general had heard many of my stories. See you in a bit. And we explore, okay. I'm looking for quotes about skill issue, huh? Huh? Sure, whatever, but like, if you want. Also, there's also the quote game. God, I'm such a pro for verbal abuse. Oh yes, I forgot this one. I should definitely add more. Wait, I took 2 screenshots last time, but I forgot. I forgot to add them. A sizable splatter. Oh no, there's blood. Is it all from one person? Maybe there's 2? Then it's not reassuring. Looks more than blood. More tissue mixed in here. It's fine, don't worry, it's fine. Quote 7. Why does the number not work? Did you break it? Fortuna City. Fortuna Street. You just broke it! You just broke it! Oh. Probably because you're not supposed to put numbers. Weird, I thought I already implemented it. Let me launch it again. Let me launch it again. Fortunosid, can you stop breaking stuff, please? So I should disable the stream alert though, otherwise it will spam my stream again. Let's go. And if you type numbers, I'm timing you out for 2 straight, okay? Okay, now it works again. Now it works again. Quote broken. Guess whose fault it is? Mine, because I programmed it. Still. Ah, also I see there's blood on the side of the building. That's interesting. It's hard to see the entrance, but here it is. Hello? There's a note. Yeah, that has to be a medic. Suicide note? Yeah, but where's the body? How can you read what's written in there? To my Gabriel, I'm sorry, but I can't take the pain and hunger anymore. Okay, I think I should get a doctor degree at honorem for reading this thing. Sincerely, Diver. Though I would have used a much more readable font for this one. Much more readable font. What game list? No, list does not give it the thing. You just type quote game and one random quote appears. The number is not yet programmed though. It is! Of course we have Marvelous! Wanted to see the full list. What do you mean see the full list? What does the list function do? Because I don't want it to type everything. It should like at least say Windrider, you broke the thing again. Numbers are not implemented yet, which I forgot. Okay. Now it's fine. My Kurisu plush is the best. I don't think I ever said that though. Maybe that was for testing, but I will keep it. There's an entire stomach and intestine. Do you think it is more of a murder scene than a symptom of an illness? From what I've seen, what happens here was definitely more than a flu. Yeah, unless you spit out your intestine if you cough from a flu. That's why the rat has light attacks, because he's Jesus. Ah, yes. I love this quote. To be fair, there's not many Waldorf quotes. You should add them. Like the one I said before. No, never mind. You're not adding that one. I remind you, you have the power to add quotes. So if there's not enough quotes, it's not my fault. Okay? It's your job. You're not getting paid just for this, to put quotes. Oh, we got a titanium armor on Gary, I suppose. Much better. It's been immortalized already. Add it as a quote then if you wanted to immortalize it better, okay? If you dare. Is this RPG Maker? Yeah, the isometric is pretty cool. You can also rotate like this, it's cool having something like this. I would really want to rework Artisio to do something like this thing. It crashed. It crashed. Let me open it again. Luckily there should be an autosave. Let's see. Okay, nice. I hope we have everything, but yeah, we just came out of this. I wonder why it crashed. Though I definitely would want to rework Artisio to have something like this. To look at least a little more 3D. Yeah. Oh. What's this? Lana's diary. Maybe it will have some clues as to what happened here? Crack it open. Okay, this is more readable. Hit limit +3. Huh? Today, Roddy took my mirror from my desk and ran off into the woods with it. I can't believe what a knob he is on daily basis. Uncle Aslak said he's doing it for attention. He can be cute sometimes, but mostly he's a knob. He said he tucked away out in the woods. I find it. After trapping Rod in the storehouse, I was able to knock out of him where he put my mirror. Wait, that's where we saw the intestine, the interiors. Did they kill him? It was easy to find, but the woods were feeling weird when I went out there. I feel dumb, but feels like I'm being watched. There are a few creatures out there, but the hunter keeps them away. This felt like something different. I'd quote, my dream is make a game, becomes famous, and people draw my waifus with big boobas. You cannot add them like this. I think only I can do it, but if you want, I can add it myself, sure. If you insist. For free this time. Here it is. Only quote number 6. There's not a lot of quotes. You have to work better than this, huh? You have to go work better than this. There's other page. I'm not reading all of this. Well, to be fair, I don't mind reading this. It's the main problem is, look at my window. I'm reading this. Can you read this? I definitely have a hard time reading this thing. It's I wonder if there's the zoom function on this RPG Maker, on this game. I overall like the. I like the. Let's comment on this later. Wait, I will first finish it. Such an writing, better than the one before. Vixay's resolution. Vixay's moment. Yeah. People are breaking out over crab. Over crab jest this year. I guess. Crab fest. Okay. They freak out every year. People, it's just crab. It's not a big deal. Dun, 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 dun. The harvest has been good this year. We have plenty of baskets. I'm still allergic. Gah! I'm getting pressure to be in the crab princess pageant this year. The crab princess! How embarrassing. They put a dress for her. Uncle is not a dressmaking type. I just hang out in the dock doing the pageant like I always do. Again, something more. Things have been weird since the festival. Maybe the crab was poisonous, I don't know. The dance didn't end up until the morning. And 10 people just went down with their day. Uncle didn't even sleep. He went on the boat. He was shaky. I ran into A1 and he said he was closing up the inn for a while. He felt sick. There's some kind of flu going around town. Ah, from the crab then. Seems like all the people are sick in bed. I'm glad I haven't come down with it. Uncle Aslak has had a hard time walking lately. He doesn't have much interest in food or water. I'm worried. But he will bounce back. He always does. We go up to the lake cabin to see if the change in air might help. Uncle is still not better. Eve has the same sick. Can't eat, won't drink. Found the book at the library, but no help. Maybe it's prions? Outbreak years ago? Aslak thought maybe prions. An outbreak years ago was similar. Packing up for cabin, saw E walking past. I think the sick is passing. Some more people up and about today. We'll write more when we get back. Ah, the classical. I will write more when I get back. They never get back. They never. Things like things went south pretty quick. Based on dates, things started to get bad right after the festival. This run isn't there. Maybe they made up to the lake cabins you mentioned? Maybe. Do you think that's where everyone went? Is to the lake houses? Is it that a thing people have here? Lake houses? Would make sense if a sickness broke that people would leave town to isolate themselves. Okay, that's interesting though, because at least we have the concept that maybe there is a new character around. Okay, now I want to comment it. So, I like what this section wants to do. I wanted to save. I like what this section wanted to do, because even if the exploration is pretty simple, it works as a break, an open movement for the player. Because without the exploration, what would we have? We would just have dialogues, battles, and would become repetitive very quickly. Having the player move around would make them feel freedom that they usually don't have in this society. I mean, in this game. In battles, they are forced to move a certain amount of tiles in order and without wasting too many actions. And in dialogues, you just press enter. So, giving players some freedom, I believe is a good idea to help them suit all the story and battles they had to make without much freedom. There are freedom in battles, but up to a certain degree, of course. After all, you just basic attack. Here you can decide what to explore, what items to check. Still though, I think even it's, in my opinion, it's a good idea and it's working. It's not enough, in my opinion, to make the game feel more game. Because what makes a game a game? Yeah, good question. What makes a game a game? A game makes a game is made by player inputs. No, not player inputs. Player involvement, right? Maybe not the right thing. Because visual novels don't have interaction, but they are still fun because they are very focused on the story and writing. This game, I believe it's more focused on battles than on story and writing. Even if there's a lot of work on or I see the developer really put attention into the writing of the world building. Though, I don't feel like this game offers me any way to how to say, the game doesn't make me feel like what I do matters, which again is fine in a visual novel if it's how it's called, a kinematic. Still, it's not a visual novel. Like maybe it's the wrong thing. Sorry, I need to put my ideas in order. No, it's not about my choices. It's more like about I don't feel challenged. That's the issue, maybe. I don't feel that I'm being challenged into the game. Because in the exploration, you just go around and interact with stuff, which though is a nice way to take a break over everything else. In battles though, at least for now, there is no strategy. You just go to the enemy and attack them. Would have been better maybe if in the overworld you could do something like set up your skills or change classes to make it feel like you have some choices. You can have a challenge. You will think a little. For now, this game is doesn't make you think a lot, which on its own it's not a problem because there's plenty of games that are mostly chill games where you don't You don't have to think. You just turn off your brain. You gather stuff. You fight a random monster and stuff. You attack. It's games like those are fine. Not my cup of tea, but are fine. But I don't think this wants to be a chill game, right? Because it also has story that requires attention. So you cannot play a chill game with a story like this one. So I don't think it's intended to be something like that. I think the main issue is the battles are too lenient. Or don't offer much depth, as for now. How did your search go? We weren't able to find any villagers. There doesn't seem to be anyone here at all. Yeah, our side of the canyon was the same. Did you also find a bunch of blood splatters? Yet no bodies. Yep, heard that too. In many cabins, the amount of blood suggested that the person certainly died. I'm afraid our rescue mission is too late. The prior infection must have acted quickly. We should head back to the ship. No, there's still people on the lake. We found the diary. Sounds like there was an outbreak at the festival. Maybe she buried the bodies. Would explain why we didn't find anyone. She said they headed up to the lake cabin, probably further into the interior. Lakes tend to form where those springs are the most active. Do you think the girl is still alive? She at least escaped the first wave of the illness. Maybe she's alive. I'm game to start knocking on some doors out of the woods. Anyone else? John, do you think you could study the geography and determine the most likely place for a lake cabin? There's only a few springs. Only a few are accessible from here. I can do it. Excellent. Okay. Do we explore or we just have a battle? Based on the geography, this is the best bet for the Lana cabin. Good, looks like we have to fight our way up to it though. Other battles, I see. I like the animation of the enemies falling, but I don't see anything else. Oh, even the characters are falling. That's cute. There's a small bug that they appear here though for a moment. Not anymore. Let's go. The wolf has 3000 HP. We will never die. Stop. Huh. We got a surprise attack. Okay, then let's wait. Let's wait. All the enemies have the same health. I don't like that all the enemies have the same health. Like the Hornet has the same health as the Ogre. That makes no sense. The Tiny Dragon has the same health as the Hornet. I didn't check this one though. Don't trust me on it. Yeah, same health. They may have different stats, but having the same health is definitely unrealistic. Let's see. This guy is surrounded, right? We're fine. The ranger is not fine though. Okay, now we're fine. I don't know. The ogre, sure. We just one-shot the ogre. Shoot, sure. I stopped. What does it even mean? We cannot attack? Okay, we cannot attack. That's unfortunate. I see there's the run function. Can we run away? Maybe later there's a feature to run away from random encounters. I don't know. Oh, almost dead. Move out of the way. So you kill the thing. She could have even standed still? Stood still. Okay, stood still. I was so close. You attack the thing. Whatever this thing is. And you move away. Switch to Kuro-san. What? Wait. Okay. Whatever. I blame the death to Fortuna State that distracted me. Of course, I could have dodged it with a button. That's definitely how I should have done it. See you next time. Okay, have fun. Have fun. Did I just move on the same spot I was? Oh well. Too bad. Okay, mister. This hornet needs to die. Though I think we will stop after the exploration of this area. Let's see, we have triple bite. Is it triple? There was no damage. It just one-shot the enemy. Well, we just attack. Though I like the game automatically... Ah, he's dead. I forgot. Automatically focus on the next one that needs to attack. Okay, your turn. Are you attacking the corpse again, or...? He did 0 damage. Interesting. Oh no, he's running away. I should not turn... Oh, I forgot I can move around. Oh yeah, cinematic. He's moving on water! Okay, listen here, little shit. You can stand on water and expect me to not look for you. I can't even attack. Can I? No. That could be an issue. Sure, let's buff. This guy needs to die. Triple bite! Let's see if it one-shots again. Doesn't appear any damage. I think it just dies. Okay, the archer needs... Ah yeah, that's you even. Is he still taking damage? Please, be in range. Yes! Still not dead. I hope it gets closer. It does. Not everyone on water. We don't have any way to walk on water. Except attacking from afar. Oh, he's also blinded. That's not good. Energy smash. No. Just attack the legs. Oh wait, it doesn't have legs. It's fine. With the archer here. Where is the archer? Ah, it's you. Come on, enemies on water. No, please. Your turn. And we are done, I hope. No, he's still alive. Well, let's wait. We still have the corpse. It's fine, it's fine. It has 18 health. 18. No, he's getting away. Okay, Mr. Archer, you know what to do. Please don't miss. Oh, yeah. Yeah, having enemy walk on water can be even more annoying if the archer died on the start. We could resurrect it, but I don't think it's enough. Is everyone alright? They should grow their monsters bigger here in the interior. I find it fascinating. Shut up, mister. Would be great to take some samples back to the laundries. I could write a book on something, though I like he has some sort of character. Yeah, literally tens of people would be excited to read it. It would be a huge success. John, I may have good news for you. There are a few more local specimens over on the next rise. Miranda, Brill, John, and over there. Gary and I will head up to the cabin. If Lana is in there, it may also help that there's just the 2 of us. Woof! 3 of us. If you think the likes of you, a man with an axe and a wolf, are less threatening than his handsome face, this handsome face, I may start seriously doubting your leadership. Feel free to leave a Brill out in the forest while you're there. Noted. Hey! Okay, for now the game loop is a little too standard, but... No, okay, I wouldn't call this standard, far from standard. Because it's... This game loop, it's definitely not... not a classical one, right? Battles... Okay, to be fair, it's kind of a classical one, right? We have battles, cutscene, exploration. Battle, cutscene, exploration. Though I feel like it's losing the freshness pretty soon. And to be fair, I'm barely 1 hour in the game since I took a lot of time explaining and talking about other stuff. Ah, here's the thing to go up. Though I like the idea to move the camera. I wonder if that's supposed to be some kind of puzzle. I like that I need to move the camera to go here though. Knock knock. I told you go away! I can't let you in! I'm Captain Strelly of the Laurentid Army. We are here to help. We heard about the illness in your village. We brought a medical team and serum. Are you alone? There are others who are part of the team, but they're securing the area. Can we come in? No one from the village is with you? You're the only person in the village we've been able to find. Okay. That was the switch. A switch, not the... Okay. Hello? Are you Lana? Ah, she's the actor in the modern suit. She's supposed to be a fox girl, right? In the RTPs. Yes, how did you know? We found your diary back in town. I hope you don't mind that we read it. It's fine, I'm glad you were able to find me. I don't think we'd have any ideas what happened to the village without it. Where's your uncle, Aslak? I don't know. His illness got a little better when we came here. He stopped writing and got a lot quieter. Seemed like a sense of calm came over him. I thought it would pull through since I saw some of the other people in town start to get better. I thought he was finally hungry. I went out to collect some berries, but he was gone when I returned. I'm sure he was just left to look for other people. He's always like that. What do you think we were when we knocked? A few people from the village, but they were acting weird. They wouldn't answer any of my questions. They couldn't be reasoned with. I locked myself in here. Did they become zombies or something? I figured when Aslak came back, I could let him in quickly. He never came back. It's okay. I'm sure he's fine. Do you know where the other villagers might have been going? Before we left for here, there was talk that some of the people were going to head up to Idak Resort to see if they had any medicine. Idak is the main town on the island, and they have a fully stocked hospital. Maybe that's where they went then? Yeah. That's where we should head, yeah. Wait, there was a village in the island and nobody bothered to go on the city. Why? They prefer to return back before even considering going to the city. I'm feeling fine, really. I think I'll be fine, right? I'll be fine. Maybe, but do you think you can get down to the dock? We have a team down here that can check you out. Aslak will come back. He'll get worried if I'm not here. If he's in Idak, I'll let him know. We plan to getting everyone down to the dock soon. I guess I'll see him down here. You should take this. A sword with a bluish cast. Uncle Aslak asked me to bring it before we left the cabin. He said that we might need it. Can you give it to him? He might need it. Okay. And dialogue is complete. Okay. I will maybe talk a little more about the story later. First, let's see what happens here. Cutscene or... Yes, cutscene. I think we will stop here. I know we barely played anything. We got 3 battles, right? Though, I think we will stop here. So, what to say about the game? I would have continued, but I don't feel like I don't feel like the game looks like it wants to offer more. Like the game may have something more later, something in the battles, mechanics, I don't know, but from what I saw, unfortunately I feel like I saw everything the game has to offer. Which is probably wrong, but that's what's the impression that the game gave to me. Because the game never freshed up the formula. The game didn't make me wonder what would happen later. The formula now is cutscene, battle, explore. Cutscene, battle, explore. Cutscene, button, explore. And what I'm expecting from this, cutscene, button, explore. Unfortunately, the game doesn't make me look forward on what's happening next. Because the game loop is still rigid. It's stone rigid. Or at least that's what it has been up to this point. And makes me worry that would happen the same later. Together with the fact that the battles are not challenging at all, at worst annoying if the enemies go on water. Doesn't make me look forward to the rest of the game, unfortunately. The story has some interesting basis. Personally though, I'm not hooked into it. Especially because even if the mystery in a way could be interesting, but it wasn't really explored a lot. It was explored in the book, in the diary. But mostly the issue is the characters. The game does not make you care for them enough. There are 1 or 2 characters that have some characteristics, some personality. A pretty simple one, but it's still one that makes them stand out. But the game doesn't really try to introduce the characters. The game just told us those are the characters. No, didn't try to introduce them one by one or make them stand out to have the player understand each one of them better, slowly in a way. Maybe later in the story it might happen, but it would be still too late. And without a character that the player can understand, they cannot relate to the character, they cannot care for the character. And without caring for the character, we don't care what the story is about. We don't care a story lived by a character we don't care about. I wonder if we should add this thing to the Critipedia. How should I call it? I think we may have it already. The thing of improper character representation. I should make some order here. I should sort the Critipedia a little more, but it has to be. It has to be. I think we had a similar one, right? There has to be a similar one before. I should check. But it all stems from the game not really wanting to introduce the characters. Or more like make the player understand the characters. Which in a way falls into the issue of not giving characters personality. Because even if on paper they may have a personality, I don't see it from dialogues. At least the dialogues are not fully informative as other games, but still, it doesn't transfer much character for some of them. Maybe because the character of a person is not really made to be transferred only through dialogues. Like if someone is passive aggressive, if someone is passive aggressive, it's harder to see on only dialogues. For that though, it's a limitation of the media. So unless you can have, well, there are though multiple ways to go around it. Though of course we are not here to talk about it, because also we talked a lot about other stuff in the meantime. I think we will stop here. Can I? Unable to find. Unable to find file. Game. The game just delete itself. Okay, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Cannot find game. Oh, let me screenshot everything. Yes. Cannot find file. Game. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay. Then maybe we can raid. Let's see if we have enough raid power. We can go to... we can go to Curonist. We can chase Fortuna Street. I won't let anyone run away. Okay, then that's everything for today. No stream tomorrow. Friday we play Octopath Traveler again. This is a game I don't know if I want to stream or not, because it's peculiar. But we think about it. Thanks a lot for coming by. And we see ya. Whenever happens. Where's the button? Aha.